Devin Hicks retired from the Navy after serving for over 2 decades. He works in San Diego, where his wife still serves our country. They used to live in Murrieta with their large family. His commute is over an hour, and they looked at moving closer to work.
We looked at maybe possibly moving down here to San Diego so the commute isn't long, but you typically can't get, a house for 6-bedroom, 5-bedroom house out here under $1 million probably. So just can't afford it.
So they bought in Menifee, even further north. And that's what many military families stationed in San Diego have to do to find affordable housing, move farther away. When it comes down to it, Hicks says it's the military's basic housing allowance that has the ultimate say. And right now, that won't even cover the mortgage in Riverside County.
With the stipend that we're getting, it's helpful, but it still doesn't cover what my mortgage is. So, that's where you use your paycheck, or you get a side job, or you drive Uber or Lyft, or you do something.
The Department of Defense identified 28 housing areas, including San Diego, where housing costs went up 20%. Now they're giving military members in those areas an increase in the Basic Housing Allowance, or BAH. The increase starts this month and runs through the end of the year. Then a new rate takes effect on January 1st.
It's always been tough for veterans because in California, this period, of course, everything's more expensive.
That's Michael Drew, a Navy veteran turned real estate agent. He specializes in helping military families find homes in the San Diego region. He explained the Department of Defense does this analysis every year, but this year it came 3 months early. And that's a good decision, he says, because this year the cost of food and gas and just about everything went up.
This was desperately needed, because if we look at it, just over the last year, we looked at 15%, 20% increases in prices.
As housing prices skyrocketed, the Hicks family story became common among military families.
The South Bay has been booming. Otay Mesa, all around that area out there, that's where we see a lot of military families opting to live because the prices aren't as bad as North County. And we also still see where they can get a little bit more room, a little bit more bang for the buck. If they really want bang for the buck, they go up to Temecula, Riverside. You're looking at a 2-hour commute, two and a half to 3-hour commute sometimes. Both, we're going and coming back home. So that's the downside of it.
But he says the military thought of something to help out with that too.
They do have a rideshare program where it kind of offsets to where, the military members don't have to deal with so much wear and tear on their cars and so much, especially with gas being outrageous right now, almost $7 a gallon.
Devin Hicks says his family is not without struggle, but he feels blessed.
We have a family that's pretty senior. We get a lot more pay. But I have a niece that's a very, very junior sailor who has a kid and has a studio apartment because that's all she can afford.
Still, he says, he hurts for those just starting out in the military, knowing from experience what they're about to go through.
For those junior sailors or Marines or service members that are here, it's going to be a battle.
And that's the picture Drew wants to paint for officials who make policy decisions that affect military families every single day.
We want our sailors and our service members to be able to focus on protecting our country, not worrying about their families and housing. Is my family freaking homeless? Or, no, that distracts from our mission.
Kitty Alvarado, KPBS News.